We're on the line with KZN champion trainer Garth racing at Hollywood Bet Scottsville on Sunday the 20th, and Garth sends out a full team of runners, 11 in all, and many with bright chances. Good day, Garth. How are you doing?
Good day, Graham. All good, thank you.
That's great. Thanks very much for your time. We're going to kick off straight into the first race, which is a work riders conditional graduation over 1,200 meters. You've got an interesting runner here. First run for the stable, number 7, Drama Queen, 4-year-old daughter of a Shawers, who's been priced up favourite. Once upon a time ran in the Cape Phillies Guineas. She ran 5th there. She also contested the Paddock Stakes as a 3-year-old. She won her last start in Durbanville. Her overall form suggests that 1,200 meters might be a little on the sharp side, but how's she doing at home?
Graham, she's doing well. She's, I think she's going to need it. I think the 1,200 is on the sharp side for her. And I think we'll use it basically as a bring-on run. You know, there's no sticks.
So, to be truthful, not really a favourite's chance.
I wouldn't price her up as favourite because she's not distance suited. But at one time she was merit rated 105, so she's got the class.
Well, certainly on rating, she's rated to win it a country mile, this being a conditions race. She's got by far and away the highest rating. But obviously, we'll see how she goes, and you'll know a bit more about her for her next start. Let's move on to race 3, which is off at 13:40. It's a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,000 meters. This being an 8-race card is the first leg of the pick 6. Difficult race to assess because there are many unknowns, but you saddle 2 runners in the race, number 4, Lundy Island, and number 9, Quinanza. Let's talk about Lundy Island first. Good form coming into the race.
Yes, a good comeback run. She ran on nicely to run third, catching the front 2 horses. I think if she repeats that kind of run, she could be in the money. And the same would go with Quinanza, also a very good run last time. She stayed on mainly at the end, but she's working well, both doing well at home. And both of them should give a good account of themselves.
Just chatting about Lundy Island again, certainly on pedigree, being by Mambo in Seattle, out of a daughter of Lundy's liability, one would have thought that the minimum trip of 1,000 meters was a little on the sharp side.
It probably is. We'll probably go further later, but I've been looking after her legs. She's had a couple of issues, and she shows speed at home. So I'm quite happy to take my chances again over 1,000, and then we'll reassess it after the race.
Which of the 2 do you think will finish ahead of the other?
I think Lundy's Island is probably closer to the winner last time, and I think she's probably come on a little bit. Both of them have come on, but there's nothing between them.
Race 4 on the card is a maiden plate over 1,200 meters. Here again, you saddle 2 runners. You've got number 3, Toothless, and number 11, Cape Foulwind. Let's chat about Toothless first, a 3-year-old son of Coup de Grace to be ridden by Lyle Hewitson. Only had 1 start, had a barrier trial way back in March, and then made its debut on the 29th of November. Not a bad debut. Improvement expected?
Yes, I expect him to improve over the 1,200. He had a good barrier trial, but that was before lockdown. He went to the farm for lockdown, so he was out of commission for a while. It'd probably take a little bit of time to come back to his best. He might be just in need of this run as well, but he's on the up, and I think after his first run, I think he could run a good race here.
Well, Tony Riverland has a deep odds-on favourite in the race in the form of number 5, Kimura, who comes into the race with very, very strong form. But clearly, number 3, Toothless, if not winning, is certainly one for the quartets.
Yes, I hope he gets into the first 4 for sure.
Let's chat about number 11, Cape Foulwind. Certainly its first 2 runs were nothing to write home about, but some improvement last time out when 5th behind Here Comes the Rain.
Big improvement last time. A big Cape Town Noir that needs to grow into his frame. He's slowly starting to fill out into that frame. I was very pleased with the 5th. 2 winners on the day, and he made me the happiest of all my runners. So I think he's gonna come on again. I've kept him over the minimum distance only because it was a good run last time, and I think he still needs a little bit more time. It's going to be on the sharp side for him. I'm not expecting him to be in the frame, but I am hoping that he reproduces that kind of run.
Race 5 in the card is a maiden plate over 1,200 meters. Race 5 goes off at 10-3, and here you saddle 3 runners, all of numbers 3 High Velocity, 4 Final Destiny, and 5 Derby. Now, High Velocity has been priced up at 13-2, number 4 Final Destiny at 15-2, and number 5 Davy or Derby is relatively ignored in the betting. Let's chat about high velocity first. You've engaged Luke Ferraris to ride this one. Also ran in that race behind Here Comes the Rain. Was fourth, albeit beaten 6.5 lengths, but clearly has scope.
Yes, that was a good run first time out at Gravel. They moved the meeting. I would have preferred to have run him down the straight where he's running now. Yes, I think he wants a little bit further, but that was a good run. And on that run, I'm hoping that he could maybe get into the back of the quartets.
Number 4, Final Destinies, also only had one start. He made his appearance as a gelding on the 6th of December. That was over 1,200 meters. That was at Gravel. And again, not a bad run. 7th, but under 2 lengths behind Rainbow Rising. I guess the jury's out on how strong that form line is, but how's Final Destiny doing back at home?
Final Destiny is doing well at home. I don't think there's anything wrong with the form line. I ran second there with a horse, Cafe Pacifica, and he drew wide, unfortunately, and only got to the race late. But I think that was a very good first run. He's doing nice work at home, and I think with a bit of luck he could run into the quartet.
We're going to be chatting about Cafe Pacifica in just a moment, one of the key runners on the card. But before we get to that, the last of your 3 runners in race 5 is number 5, Davy. 11th on debut, 3-year-old son of Crusade. He's the 3rd string to your bow in this, the 5th race on the card. What are you expecting from Davy?
He'll improve. He's come on from that run. He'll probably need this run as well, so I'm not expecting too much. I just would like him to finish nicely and improve on his first run.
Race 6 on the card is a maiden plate over 1,500 meters. You've already mentioned the name. He looks to be a key runner on the day and will no doubt be a popular banker in the exotics. I'm referring, of course, to number 6, Cafe Pacifica, who looked desperately unlucky to go down only a neck to Rainbow Rising last time out. You expecting him to win?
Yeah, I think he's a big runner. I think he'll go well first time around the bend, obviously, at Scottsville, but he's had a couple of runs now. He's not badly drawn. I think he'll give a good account of himself.
Would he shape up as being your best runner on the day?
Yes, I would think he'd be the most progressive runner on the day.
Race 7 on the card is a graduation plate. It's over 1,750 meters. You saddle the recent maiden winner, number 2, Banzai Pipeline. Comes into a conditions race, Garth. You've engaged Lyle Hewitson. Again, he's in very good form. Is Lyle. Some market respect for him, 11-2 in the market. He comes up against the likes of Native Tongue and Shareholder, who are very high ratings. Is this a race to find out where you are with number 2, Banzai Pipeline?
Look, I think he's also a progressive horse. He's wanting a bit further. He won a nice race last time, but that was his first time at Scottsville around the turn. He beat a horse of Robbie Hills at their back, same owner. So I thought it was a nice win. He was terribly unlucky the time before. He got knocked over twice in the running, and the staffs elected not to.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Yeah, no, I like going there. I like going there because the more seconds they're on, the better for me. I wasn't upset about the outcome. It just made me reconsider what's inside the boardroom. And then, I think he's got that come on look. I know the others are highly rated, but I think he'll be running on at the finish. I'm not sticking my neck out as hard after the maidens to come out and win, especially at graduation, but he won't disgrace himself.
8th and final race on a busy day for you. It's a maiden plate over 1,750 meters. Now, we said right at the top when we introduced this interview that you've got a number of good runners on the day. Cafe Pacifica favourite, earlier in the day a favourite, and certainly no exception in the last race. You saddle what is the early favourite, number 7, Italian Dynasty, has been priced up 17-10. There is a market rival in the form of number 5, Great Affair, 19-10. There is collateral form. There was absolutely nothing to choose between 5, Great Affair, and 7, Italian Dynasty behind Christmas Bay last time. But this son of JPEG also looks very progressive.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit unlucky not to run second. He got crossed short of the line, and Lyle thought that he should definitely have been second. So I'm hoping for a big run from him. I think he's got that come on look about him. He has a couple of niggles that we work on. He doesn't always stretch that well going down to the start, but he seems to be fine in a race. And I'm trying him a bit further because I seem to think he'd want to go a bit further.
Garth, as always, we value your contribution and your time. Thanks for joining us.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.